welcome back to episode 6 of my whole Homegrown Heroes. I'm going to start this episode off with a few signings, starting with a offer of £2 million for Alex Pritchard. We have got a few players to sign, including Woodrow from Fulham, Ali from Tottenham as a centre mid would be ideal, and Joe Gomez on loan from Liverpool. Transfer window is very close to ending, so we are literally just trying to improve the squad as much as we can. Troy Deeney comes in as a £4 million signing, so we actually reject the chance of Wilson joining us because I do have too many strikers. We bring in Reed, a fantastic CDM that should help strengthen up the team. £2 million for a experienced Premiership player. Tompkins, a fantastic signing there. Browning, a young promising player. Fantastic signing in my eyes. There you go. Wilson is rejected. I've bought in some experienced players. I've bought in some young players. Eric Dyer, if I get him, would be a fantastic signing. He's an amazing player as a centre back, right back or CDM player. I try signing Gary Gardner, a player I highly rate and I think will be an important player for my whole series. I offered Everton 1.25 million for Galloway. I think he's a fantastic young left back with a lot of potential. We know how Everton's youth squad has brought up some fantastic players over the last few years. So I sim the game against Cardiff City. That is my lineup in this episode. As you can see, Darlow is the goalkeeper in this match. We've got Tompkins playing his first game with a kit number 40. That will have to change probably next episode. Fraser is on the bench as well as Charlie Austin. And to be honest, this team is looking amazing. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully next season being in the Premiership. I get frustrated in the game and quick sim it and we lose 2-1. There you go. Eric Dyer actually confirms a contract with us, 30 grand a week. It's so worth it. He's an amazing CDM. Galloway and Gardner we also sign once I sort out the fees. So there you go. Sign up Galloway as well. We get a transfer offer for Snodgrass. Unfortunately, my wing force is probably the weakest out of every position that we have in this team this season. But he's from Scotland, so he has to go. This team has to be pure English. So we're playing Burnley in the only played match in this episode. Purely because I was trying to get through the transfer window. And again, this episode is a shorter episode just because I've ran out of time this week to record this with the transfer talk videos that I've been doing. I did a Sunderland one the other week, which took me a little bit longer than I wanted to. So yeah, as you can see, 20 minutes in, we do get an early-ish goal, I guess. 20 minutes in isn't that late into the game, and it's Dele Alli, a fantastic player. He's been doing amazing for Tottenham this year, and he's dropped down to the Championship to play for Hull, and he scored on his debut. You can't get any better than that. That's a fantastic goal. Ali here sets up Grealish, who could have made it 2-0, unfortunately messes up in the pass into the box. Should have had a shot, to be all truthful. Ben Mee frustrates Martin Kelly and gives away a very silly free kick near enough on the edge of the box, causing me to be on a yellow card. I thought it was a red card offence, to be all truthful. I really did think it was a red card offence. Different referee, it may have been a red card, to be honest. And I was very lucky because Burnley did not use this as an advantage by shooting wide. Wilson has been on fire in this match and actually gets a penalty. Again, Ashley 87 Gaming proving that I can get penalties near enough every other game at this point. That patch that you were talking about just seems to not be affecting me. Again, I'm going to use Fraser to score this goal. And I'm going to be trying to do this for the rest of the season. If I ever get a penalty, it's going to be the goalkeeper taking it, because I like to see goalkeepers score. With the new additions to my squad, Ali and Gomez, they managed to get a ball to Wilson somehow. Keeper comes out and manages to take it off of my striker, but it wasn't enough. My right winger makes it 3-0. We eventually win this game 4-0 with a very late goal from Callum Wilson, managing to get past two of the Burnley players. 4-0 against Burnley is a fantastic score. and it just proves that the signings that I bought in are doing what they are needed to do. 3 points against Burnley, a big 3 points there. So a whistle blows and we move on to the last 10 hours of the transfer window. At this point you'll see a few signings and a few players going out possibly, but I've done the main signings earlier on in the transfer window, as you already seen. So I tried to go for Mark Albrighton because I do need a right mid. I need to improve my wing force, so I'm looking for wingers. I was trying to get Zaha, but Crystal Palace wanted like 18 mil for him, and I just could not afford him for a championship team. So yeah, Albrighton signs for us. A 2 million signing is a great signing. I like Albrighton. I liked him at Villa. Feel like he should have stayed there, but after a performance this year, I think Albrighton got a lucky escape. So I offer Nathan Redmond a contract as well as Zaha, who I eventually managed to haggle Crystal Palace down to 8 mil, I believe. It probably shows you a little bit later on in this episode. I don't know how they went from 18 to 8. I was only trying to sign him for 5 mil at most. I don't want to spend way too much on a certain role, because like Charlie Austin, I spent a lot of money on him and he just hasn't done what I wanted in this series. I've had to rely on Wilson and I've had to rely on Vardy, and obviously I've brought in new strikers as backup. So here we go. Do I pick Redmond or do I pick Zaha? I'm going to pick Zaha because as much as he's an older player, I think he's got more experience and he's just got a little bit more quality. So yeah, won't go for Redmond. Zaha is my last signing off this transfer window. Catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please hit that like button, sub to me if you are new, and please leave some feedback below.